And by the way, I heard this said just a number of weeks ago, and if you haven't heard me say this, I don't believe there's any African Americans here, hardly to speak of, in this country. So the term African American is really misleading because of the mere fact that your ancestors may have been from Africa, but how many generations of those? How long has it been when they came over on boats? Your ancestral, possibly, but generations of how many? You yourself were not from Africa. You want to say a colored American, a black American, but you're not African American. It's just, why do we have to label ourselves anyways? I think this is the problem. I used to think, when there was a Black Lives Matter and everybody was on that tirade, I think, again, the signs that would be emerging with people that said, look, all lives matter. We got to get off this trip of colors and stop playing the colored game. I mean, MLK gave us the greatest outline in his speech in Washington, D.C., and I think this is something that it's quoted, but it's not instituted. It's quoted. That's right. It's not followed. Nobody really sits there and takes it in and really lives it out. To judge people by the character, not the content, right? Not the character, not the color of their skin, who they are, what makes them up, what they do. Stop lamenting on bad chapters and things that have happened hundreds of years ago in some cases in this country and just get on with life here instead of sitting there and mulling over the negativity. I mean, if you sit there and do that long enough, it hurts you and destroys you and hurts your soul. Just stop it already. We could do a whole lot more with, the injustices in our country where people band together for real injustices that are happening right now and bring those things to light with factual information and how it's hurting people right this second, right this now, not 200 years ago, 150 years ago, but right now. Because right now is what really matters ultimately. We don't want the same things repeated again. And luckily, there's a lot of foundations that are set up to be able to help people that have been had injustices done. There's places that you can go and get help, financial aid, and lawyers that do stuff on pro bono. And there are people in the country that will listen. And we have taken part in a case up in Neenah, Wisconsin, the Michael Funk case, who was shot tragically by officers while he called in a hostage situation trying to be rescued, and they shot him. It was a terrible situation. You can actually learn about that on our front page at forthepeopleshow.com. Just look above and click on Michael Funk broadcast. But we're going to be going back up next year for a broadcast to talk about what's happening. And then Kay Reitz, who used to be the producer of this broadcast, on her organization that's been put together to help more people that have been affected by corrupt police officers in our country that have not had justice. And these are the things that I like to take part in to paint, the picture of what happened and loan the microphone nationally to put a little heat on the people that can actually make decisions, like judges, like state's attorneys. The media has been doing a terrific job, and that's a great platform, a great place to start. And whatever we can help with these injustices, we will do so. But Colin Kaepernick, happy Thanksgiving. You may not have had your turkey over there, but you had a little prestige there. You had the microphone. You looked like you were in your glory since you're not getting it on the field anymore with the NFL or playing. Man, if you just stood and not knelt, if you didn't disrespect the flag and our pledge, our sacred pledge of allegiance, if you didn't do that, you'd find yourself in a different place, in a different situation. You put yourself there. Nobody else did. You weren't blackballed. You did it. Your behavior. Take ownership of it. Own your mistakes. And I think that's the problem with too many people now, that they like to play the victim. There was a book out several years ago which is called A Nation of Victims. There's too many people that have this victim-like mentality. Everybody's wrong. Everybody's against me. Bad things happen. But there's people that rise up in the midst of these particular things, and they go on to do great things because they don't allow those things to control them. I've had old setbacks in my life. I've had adversities in my life. But folks, you got to look at the Lord above for strength. And you cannot have that chip on your shoulder because it does not do you any good. If anything, it weighs you down. That's my advice for anybody that's ever felt wronged or felt like something bad has happened, to try to shake those particular things off, even as painful as it is. You cannot begin living a productive life, a good life, and feel good and have joy in your life unless you shake it off and really let the good Lord into your life and give you some peace, because real peace comes from above, folks. It can't be quenched by any materialistic things or any food that you eat down here on earth. I think God really is the eraser and the cleaner, and allow him to do that. Franklin Graham, by the way, great ministry. If you're looking for a ministry to give a year-end donation. By the way, we're listener-supported 100%. Your donations make a difference here each and every day as we go live across America. Our website, forthepeopleshow.com. Keith Allen, For the People, saying all the best. May God bless.